Indiana Youth Development Professionals impact more than 1.5 million Hoosier children each year. One organization that we love to highlight doing such work is the Indiana Youth Services Association. And today we're talking about their Youth Worker Wellbeing Project. Here to talk about the program is CEO of IYSA, David Westenberger, and IYSA's Youth Worker Wellbeing Project Director, Dr. Carlin Tichenor. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for having
us. Let's talk about why this is so important, because you guys are working in some cases 24/7, depending on what's going on, and doing things behind the scenes. Is that tasking mentally on you guys?
Go ahead.
Well,
sure.
I think less tasking than the folks who are actually doing the work day to day. The direct service workers are doing a tremendous job of trying to engage in students with extended day learning or extended year learning programs. They're the ones that are really doing most of the work. What we are doing is trying to support them, and so I think we work less often than they do, but we are trying to create programs that support them and their ability to do it in a sustained way.
How did this program arise? What kind of led to doing this?
We, I think I mentioned before, a lot of times as the CEO of a youth serving organization, you spend a lot of your time talking to your staff, talking through it's challenging work. So that was a trend for a long time, and we began to talk about how do we support our staff and be more supportive of our staff and give them things they need so they can continue to be, built up and strong to work for young people. And then Carlin and I started having discussions. Carlin was in a renewal fellowship that we run, so we were in that together. Spent some time really talking about how much we care about the people that do the work, and there needs to be more organized help, and really at the organizational level. So individuals can do things to take care of themselves, but if you go back to work and the environment and the culture continues to be toxic and draining, your self-help can only do so much. So we decided that we'd like to launch a project to work with organizations to change the culture to be more supportive of employees.
That's right.
What's this project look like? How do you do that?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. So we have the benefit of being a pilot project, which means we can try some things, see if it works, and then we have such a great team where we can deviate and be flexible when we need to. But generally speaking, what we do is we do workshops with every organization, and the focus of those workshops are around the 8 dimensions of wellness through SAMHSA. Our intent is to grow awareness and knowledge around competencies, and then to help the organization build programs and infrastructures to support that competency around the dimension of wellness in particular. We also provide leadership coaching, which we see tremendous value in that. Imagine executive office leaders receiving coaching around a problem of practice that they identify that they're coached through. And then we also provide a stipend to allow them to purchase the resources that they identify after doing the work with us. In addition to that, we do mind-body medicine coaching, which is essentially teaching them ability to connect their brains and their bodies and being able to breathe and understand the ability to breathe and how to manage that effectively so it does reduce trauma. And then otherwise, we provide data. So every time we're with them, we're collecting data on how your organization is changing, whether or not it is changing, and what are the gaps between what we see and what you see. And then the last thing I'd say we do is we provide technical assistance. We're giving them assessment and opportunities to create a community of practice as organizations, because they're cohorts of organizations, and we allow them to create space together to learn what's working well, what's not working well, and to use our consultants to help them really drive change forward.
David, when you look at all the organizations that IYSA works with, how important is it to continually help these workers find that balance so they can keep doing the good work that you guys are trying to do?
It's really important. I mean, the workforce challenges are the same in youth service as they are anywhere, and really comes down to culture and people feeling like they're supported, that they belong, they're contributing. So it's really critical to maintaining an effective workforce, and we're working with people, so those people need to be really good at their jobs. And this is the piece. We hear organizations, they start meetings with check-ins and mindfulness activities and breathing exercises to all get regulated and really work through problems and things that they're faced with instead of in chaos, which we all experience that at work, right?
Absolutely.
Right, it's easy to do.
Guys, thank you so much for everything you're doing and for coming in and checking in with us each and every time. We love having you, David, and everybody you bring with you is fantastic. So appreciate you guys. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
If you want to learn more, go check them out at allindiana.tv.